Give me a O, A to the freaks, B to the hoes. Give me a G, give me a O, A to the freaks, B to the hoes. Bitch, I'm the go, 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 bitch, I'm the go. I'm not a sheep, I'm counting feet when I'm asleep. Oh, I'm a mogul, your dude is a hobo. I got a black belt in rap, not taekwondo. If I drop the ball, I'll recover my fumble. My rap career long like a Mexico tunnel. Bitch, I spit facts, I drop cubes, I don't mumble. I come from the game and I'm solid, won't crumble. Never rapper with more slang than me, my nigga. I'll wait. Never rapper with more game than me, my nigga. I'll wait. Never rapper that taught you things like me, my nigga. I'll wait. I'm the GOAT since 1988. Give me a G, give me a O, A to the freaks, D to the hoes. Give me a G.
He said, I'm the GOAT. I'm the GOAT.
Give me a O, A to the freaks, B to the hoes. Bitch, I'm the go, 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 bitch, I'm the go. Look at my wrist, stare at it too long, it just might blind a bitch. I chase the marbles, I get my queen. The day that I smoke this top shelf, it ain't me. Who are you? I'm the realest nigga in it from the cradle. The soy paid away for hella independent label. I'm bricklayer that laid the bricks, he'll pioneer this. And you a nerd if you ain't got me on your playlist. I'm one of the greatest of all time.
So you gonna know it if you ain't got me on your playlist. What?
I mean, ain't no question, I done reinvented myself. Hella times my nigga does it. I'm your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, and my voice is an instrument. 28 studio albums strong, 3 decades, I'm still relevant. Give me a O, A to the freaks, D to the hoes. Give me a G, give me a O, A to the freaks, D to the hoes. Bitch, I'm the go, 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 bitch, I'm the go.
Don't make me get out the car and start pop locking. I'm in that mood. That's what I'm talking about. That gangster shit. Check this out, family. Now, I need somebody to comment and hit the number 1 because I want to make sure I'm heard good. I got some headphones on. I want to make sure these headphones are heard good. All right, thank you, whoever that was. I heard that ching, ching, ching. All right, I think I'm crystal clear because I got a headset on today. So if I'm crystal clear, let me go. So this is going to be a psychological trip we're about to go through. Thank you, whoever that is. I really appreciate y'all. So this is about to be a psychological journey we're about to go through, right? A psychological journey of what Chief X always says, what he represents. I'm bringing you that what? I'm bringing you this common sense science, right? So we're going to have common sense science class tonight, y'all, right? This is not hard. This is an easy class, right? Hold on. Yeah, what's good, Malik Omar? Now who's laughing? Ha ha ha. I like that name. Hold on, y'all. So this is gonna be deep. Hold on, let me just get my stuff together. I see all the ones. What's up, Assalam, Reginald, Queen Throne? How you doing, sweetie? Veridex, Reginald Adams, Sheba Mooncat. I love you, Sheba Mooncat, girl. You be supporting. And I think you understand that real when I spit it. Hey, Queen's Thrones, Islam. I can't see what's before that, so don't. Mommy Rika, what's up, cutie? With your little fine ass. Alexander Davenport, Omar Williams. Yeah. So check this out. Matter of fact, let me get on out my car so I can just really get into this. I'm at the park, right? Yes, sir, Bob. Let me explain something to y'all. So, let me get some so I can see at least. Okay, that's a little better. So we have a situation that went down in the conscious community that has affected in a large way women and children, right? Um, this word conscious has kind of been a catchphrase with the community, you know. So I'm beginning to question, are people really conscious? Let me sit down and get comfortable. So, I hope I'm heard good still. And there's some good reception here. Peace, LaDonna. Peace, peace, peace. So before I get started, it's going to be interesting. Stick with me, stick with me. I want to ask the question, right? And then we're going to get on into it. It's going to be interesting. People have to make a decision and stand on something. So real quick, when you see me with this 1776 shirt, right? And then you see the flag. Then on this side you see "We the People." "We the People" is a phrase that Kwame Brown always says, so I don't know if people catch it. So just from looking at my shirt, "We the People," and you see the flag, what does this shirt represent to you, or do you know when people have these kind of shirts on what that means? I just have to know this real quick. So I'm going to listen to the chat and then we're going to get into it. Thanks, Malik Omar. So when you see this 1776 shirt and you see stars and sometimes you see people with flags in the background, it'd be like "We the People," and it goes all into that ideology. What do you guys think that means, or these types of shirts represent? If you see a man wearing this kind of shirt, what is he into? I probably won't have any answers, but we'll see. Freedom, one person says. Now, who's laughing? I like that name. But freedom, great answer, and very, very, very related. There we go. Now, Valder Rex, you're an intelligent person, and I knew you were always intelligent. Liberation is very related also. Equality is related also. But just to bottom line, so we can get to this discussion I'm about to. When you see this, this is a person who represents things like you said, freedom. Represents the Second Amendment. Represents the right to bear arms and protect. Right? This is what this church was. Usually you'll see a lot of 2A supporters, and or a person would wear this is a conservative and not a liberal, right? So conservatives, like Kwame Brown, I don't know if you know, he's a conservative, right? So we believe in old school Bible Belt values. Understand what I'm saying? Old school Bible Belt values. So we, as conservatives, would not vote for a man marrying a man. A liberal will vote for a man marrying a man, but conservatives have old school Christian, down home Southern values. That's what it's about. So we say we vote for our values instead of personalities. Right? So I don't care if the president was an ex-murderer and totally nuts. I'm not voting for him. I don't give a fuck about him. I don't give a fuck about the other side. I vote for my values and principles that I stand on, regardless of who's the president. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right, thank you. You're a conscious conservative myself. Now, I didn't say I'm a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not registered to any party. I shift where the wind blows and vote for my values and principles regardless. Right? Now, here we are in the conscious community, right? Now, Biden had who as his representative for Black America? He had Cardi B. As a conservative old school, I'm against Cardi B. Her shtick, how she gets down. I'm against that, right? So the reason why we know, as you hear people saying the conscious community has been sexualized by people like Brother Polite, sex, popping bottles, alternative lifestyles, many women, polygamy, kids, sex, freaky shit, and all kind of fuck shit, all around us. Okay? I was upset, but I wasn't a Democrat, with the road Biden felt that represented Black Americans. Now, Trump, his representatives was people like Kanye West, business-minded, conservative-minded. We're of the mindset of like Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad's message was do for self. Do for self. Do for self is a conservative message. We're like the mindset of the welfare state has held us back and created the destruction of the Black family. Now, to understand this, people will have to listen to scholars that they kept away from the Black community that most people don't even know about, who had our best interest at hand, people like Thomas Sowell. He will break down the understanding of the welfare state and how it affected Black America. So the do for self message was about pulling yourself up from your bootstraps, like the Chinese did after the Japanese-Chinese War, and they turned in on themselves. They said, fuck the entire world, and they pulled themselves by their bootstraps and got on top of things, and now they're sitting on top of the world. They're in Africa running shit and building stuff, employing people. So it's a do-for-self ideology that businessmen and people who are about success kind of have. Now, I'm rambling through it, but I'm just trying to get you an understanding. I've been self-employed for 15 years. I have got the message of do for self in my head. I had to argue with somebody the other day, and he was of the opinion somebody has their foot on their neck. This is a liberal victimhood mentality that keeps you held down. It keeps you thinking you're a victim. Guess what? Chief X is not a victim. I am I succeed. I conquer. I run my shit and I run my show. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? So, liberal thinking, conscious community thinking and mindset is victimhood mindset. So people will point the finger, the white man, then they'll tap your emotions and have you, oh, he's from my... No. He's keeping you a victim in thinking you are not free. So the conscious community says things like this all the time. Let's get free. Let's get liberated, right? These are growing themes in the conscious community. Not growing, they've been around all the time. Let's get free. Let's get liberated. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know about you guys, but I, Chief X, I'm not no motherfucking slave. I don't need to get liberated. I don't need to get free. I am free and liberated. I am a grown man. Right now, Chief X, right now, I can grab my passport, pay for a plane flight, and go to Russia if I wanted to. I'm a free man. I'm walking around this park free. No one can tell me where I can go and I can't go. If I don't want to work today because I've made enough money and I want to take some time to myself, I am a free man. I am more free than if I had a white neighbor. My white neighbor is not more free than me. We are the same human beings. Are you with me? Thanks. You like my hat? Thanks. Right? We are the same people. If I live in a suburb and I have a Mexican neighbor, a white neighbor, an Asian neighbor, an Arab neighbor. We are all the same humans, and all of us can do what we want to do. They are no better than me. They are no richer than me. We are humans raising families in America. They can go where they want. I can go where I want. I got a passport. I can go to Africa right now. Who's stopping me? Long as I have the funds to buy a ticket, I can go to Africa. No one's stopping me. I'm a free man. I don't need to get liberated. Do you understand what I'm saying? I am free. So we have to stop saying terms like let's get liberated and let's get free. Because when you say let's get liberated, let's get free, you're basically saying I'm a slave. I'm held back. I can't do shit. I'm a slave, so I need to get liberated. That's not my mindset. I have a conservative do-for-self mindset. It's not about any president or any personality. It's about my values. So, here we go. As I mentioned Cardi B earlier. What shocked me and what stunned me, and I knew the conscious community was way off track and into some fuck shit, into fuckery, celebrating fuckery, bringing people on who are about fuckery, just looseness. We're just so fucking liberal and anything goes, right? I'm preaching today. I'm preaching today, okay? Let's understand something. This has become what the conscious community wasn't about in my day when I came in the community. When I came into the community, everybody who was real and owned that real shit, we called ourselves truth seekers. Sincere truth seekers, right? Follow me. Since we're truth seekers, I didn't say that word haphazardly. Maybe others did to be cute, but when Chief X said it, and when I was growing up, in my mind, I said I'm serious as a truth seeker. So this is why when I first have my jump start, I start off with the Nation of Islam. I find out some things wrong. I move on. I don't stay stuck. I don't stay stagnant. Because education and learning is a process of evolution. It's a process of mental evolution, right? We changed. Then I studied with the Moors. I changed and moved on. Then I studied with Hebrew Israelites. I changed and moved on as I mentally grew. Then I got into ancient Egypt. I changed and I moved on. I rep West Africa, Asante gang. That's where my ancestors are from. So I have the ability to change with truth. When I find out that the ancient Egyptians were not black, I change with truth. I don't stay stagnant. I don't belong to a go-along, get-along gang. I don't do what you call group think. Group think is when I'm trying to hold on to an ideology with a group of people. This group of people believe a certain way. So groupthink is everybody makes sure they think the same so they won't be seen as an outcast. They don't want to be seen as something different. They want to go along and get along and vibe. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's groupthink. I'm not that. I'm what you call out the box. I'm a free thinker. Do you understand? I stand on things and I have values. Let me give you an example. You guys see Chief X pop locking and shit and dancing. I'm really hip hop. When I was a kid, we were hip hop. We started pop locking, break dancing and all that. That is what I stand on and I'm hip hop. You niggas is not hip hop. You niggas are into idolatry and you love rap music. So you into rappers. I'm into hip hop. So I never let that art go. I still show remnants of it in how I rep it, right? So the black community let hip hop go and they gave it to Europe and Asia. Hip hop is huge in Europe and Asia. They will fill out the Staples Center in the stadium watching people compete hip hop and dancing. And I wish that that was going on here in America with black Americans. I wish all these kids would be like me when I was young. We used to go to the club and break dance. We at the club at 2 in the morning as 13 and 14-year-olds. My daddy worked graveyard. You dig me? So me and my brother, when he left to work at 9 o'clock, we were able to creep out and hang out with the homies and do our shit. When you watch breaking and popping and all that shit, and you see them old school movies, breakdancing, and you see Boogaloo Shrimp, popping taco and all that, the clubs out here, I was there and in it. We had fun, so we weren't gang banging. It was something to keep us busy, and you had thugs and shit who got into it, but hip hop, breakdancing, popping, graffiti, DJ, scratching, all that kept them occupied and kept them out of trouble. So you hear an idle mind is the devil's workshop. An idle mind. These kids in America have an idle mind, and it's the devil's workshop. The devil is in their mind. You know, so here we go. This is what confirmed that you guys have an anything go attitude. When the video WAP came out, it was a huge video production. Remember WAP, Cardi B, and all that type of stuff, right? So when WAP came out, people were upset. And then you had another group of people who were saying, this is liberating. Liberal. This is liberating. Women are taking, we can do what we want to. As a man with conservative, Bible Belt values, taking charge and standing on something, I still hold those values. I was expecting men in the community to be against WAP and have conversations against WAP because our daughters were viewing this, excited, happy, and this is playing on their mind. So I'm in the mindset of, unlike a lot of you guys, this is not a good thing to be celebrating and saying it's liberating and giving our daughters the opinion that it's about hoisms, anything goes, freaking sex, sucking dick, eating pussy and all that shit. And Cardi B used to call herself Barbie. So Cardi B is marketed to kids. And I thought you guys were conscious and would be saying this. The community was split. Did you see all the arguing going back and forth on Facebook, Instagram, and stuff about Cardi B video? I stood on the side of against Cardi B. Half the people stood on the side of supporting Cardi B. Why, as conscious people, who we say, let's get back to values, and the white man had done this, and they're manipulating our mind, and they're turning us out, and all this old shit, and we're just becoming anything goes. Why would these people be fighting for WAP video and Cardi B? Because their minds, they have been turned out. The conscious community has been turned out. I was ashamed and hurt when I seen so-called conscious people arguing for Cardi B, supporting WAP, and here you have, what's her name? These Maxine Waters out here, the black woman, yeah. Did you not know this? Maxine Waters out here helping you guys, saying it's empowering, and gave her opinion. So all the black women following Maxine Waters' crazy ass, it's empowering this. I know Maxine Waters. She is the congresswoman in my district right here in Los Angeles. Real people, conservative people who know better don't really fuck with Maxine Waters. But since Maxine Waters got that go girl attitude, yeah girl, it's you girl attitude, women love her, people love her because they think she's putting in work and saying some right thing. Yeah, you guys are oppressed. Yeah, you guys are victims. Fuck Trump. You guys are victims. They are teaching you that you are victims and that you are not free and that you need help, you need welfare, you need everything, right? This is boggling to me, how people in the Nation of Islam can have this do-for-self attitude, but then vote for Biden. It's confusing. We are the only people who vote based on personality, which is a shame. Now, Here we go. Conscious community, sexualized, promoting people like promote like polite, and sexualizing us. And people who don't have a backbone, and men who can't stand up, never said this is wrong. Look at what polite is teaching the babies. This is insane. This is why you guys are in a cult, and you need to know that you are a cult member. You are a Jim Jones candidate. We're going to get to Garfield and then, but I'm trying to lay my case so you guys can have some understanding. Let me stop real quick because this is about to get deep. This is about to get real deep. Let me just see if somebody asks me something. What's up, Tarkanu Noon Poo? Okay, Khaled M, you said the NOI didn't support Biden. You know what? You're actually kind of right. Because the NOI say fuck either side, and they don't even vote and participate in the political process. They want you to themselves. They do economic blueprint plans for fucking 40 years and collect money and don't even have one block. They say don't vote for nobody. Listen to us. Good job, NOI. NOI says don't take the fucking vaccine. Take a chance and die. Okay? So let me just see if I have a question. So why was the conscious community supporting WAP? You have to think about this deeply, people. Okay? Now, we have Polite about to go to prison and do, I would say, 45 years. Trust me. Now, we have what I call the go along, get along gang. And if you've been watching in the conscious community on the main channels, on Saneter's channels, there are 4 individuals and 4 individuals only who claim to be conscious, who claim to be smart, who claim to be the smartest, the best logical people, always jumping into things and got an opinion. People like Garfield, Ankh, or Ankh of the Amin Watch Squad, Garfield of Dagger Squad. You have Brother Reggie or fake Dr. Reggie of House of Consciousness, and you have Saneter. You have 4 people who have not, at this point, stood on anything. They have not formed an opinion and came to a decision. When have you ever known for Garfield, Brother Reggie, Ankh, and Saneter not to be able to use logic and form an opinion and stand on something? Never in your life except now. Why now? Okay? Day 1, when I said people need to get ahead of the curve right now and start apologizing. I said they should at least say that I want to apologize to the community. I misjudged the character of Polite. I promoted and marketed him, maybe wrongly, and I misjudged, and I apologize. I apologize to anyone I think he may have scammed and things like that, because I want to take some responsibility as a man. Now, Saneter didn't do that. Still hasn't done that. None of these 4 men have ever, and still today, after knowing everything they know and being able to put together logic, because they claim to be logical people, and they have not denounced Polite yet. Saneter has not denounced Polite. What Saneter said is, I will no longer have Polite on my channel. He can't come and be on my channel no more in the House of Consciousness. We smart people are sitting back like, duh, he can't be on your channel no more. It's impossible. He's about to do fucking 50 years. So that was game, which a lot of people you fucking couldn't catch. Okay? He never denounced him. He never apologized. Now, let's get to Ankh, Garfield, and Brother Reggie. Ankh, Garfield, Brother Reggie are the only people I know who are main mouthpieces for the conscious community. And these men act like all of a sudden, since this situation happened, all of a sudden, they no longer have logic. They no longer have common sense. They no longer can think and come to an opinion and stand on something. Am I lying? Let me see. Now, Coco and the wood grain, we know about Inky. No one is in denial about Inky in his past. We get it. We got it. Yes, Inky may have, I get it. I got videos on my page, 4 videos about Inky. So I'm clear. Everyone's clear. Let's move away from fucking Inky right now. Let's talk about these fucking rapists in the mindset of people protecting rapists. Fuck everything else. Don't come to my channel with that bullshit. Don't deflect to nobody but the rapist, the child, and her mother. That's it on my channel. I can be mad at hell as Inky and anybody else, but nobody is a concern right now to me except the women and children and what happened and why it happened and why people let it happen. That's my concern. Okay? We get Inky. I don't mean to be too, but I get you. Okay? Okay. So, let me run down the scenario. I got a text from a person, a man who I consider my mentor. Brilliant man. He is one of the only men, you always have to have a mentor or an OG in your pocket. So when you're confused and you think about things, you can call them and you can rub ideas off each other and he can give you his wise advice, and together as a person you come to a decision. Every human being has someone they should look to for advice or share ideas with, right? So he is like one of the only men that I can call, or he call me, and my mouth is like this. I'm shut. And he's kicking so much wisdom that I just have to be quiet and listen and learn, because I know he's a wise man. I respect that. He's probably the only man that can have me on quiet listening. Okay? He's in my pocket. Okay? Okay, now, he told me something before I made this live and made me think, and we were on the same page, right? So, yesterday, I said, let me run a scenario by my 21-year-old son. I said, my son has no dog in the fight. He's logical, got common sense, and he's my son. He don't know polite. He don't know none of you niggas. He don't know none of that. So I ran the scenario by him and wanted to see from his logic, from his common sense, and being able to formulate in their mind and come to a conclusion what he think. So I ran it down on him. And this is the same thing Ankh, Garfield, Brother Reggie, and Saneter knows, and they can't come to a conclusion about. Listen to this. This is how deep this is. It's a man, and just throw all the names out your mind for right now. Just throw everybody's name. Throw Polite's name out your mind, in my mind. Just act like you're an innocent person, and I'm giving you a scenario. Okay? So, I'm telling you something. There's a man who's been accused of raping and getting drunk a 14-year-old girl, and he's 38 years old. Okay? A man is accused of raping a 14-year-old, and he's 38 years old. Now, this man who's accused of raping a 14-year-old, drugging her, okay? He is very popular with the ladies and know how to handle the ladies well. I say, this guy who's accused of rape, the guy who's accused of rape has a mentor. The guy who's accused of rape has a guy he calls his spiritual father. And this guy who's accused of rape a 14-year-old, his spiritual father, a guy that he said he worships, is and has the biggest child molestation case in the history of the United States of America. This 38-year-old man who raped and molested a 14-year-old girl, he has a mentor, a spiritual father, who he said out his mouth several times that he will still worship this man. This is his spiritual father. He looks up to this man who has the biggest child molestation case in the history of the United States of America. Now, son, on top of that, let me let you know that in addition to that, this man has 2 previous potential child molestation cases. One was thrown out, he beat. Okay? The other was kept hush-hush, and we heard the girl herself say she was 16 when she got with this 29-year-old son. Then we hear he scammed people over damn near $1 million of money. We hear him lie over and over and over for years. He also is known as a womanizer. He also has a case in New York where the entire state of New York said he is not allowed to be a father to a 2-month-old baby. Basically, he's a danger to the child for some reason. You cannot have any parental rights. And this is true. This 8-year-old girl is walking around right now. Polite can't be a parent to. This guy is known to have all this on him. He has DNA evidence. He admitted to taking the girl somewhere. The mother admitted for him taking the girl somewhere. The girl said he took her somewhere. The perpetrator didn't deny it. He took her home. This is what the mother and daughter said. Son, do you think this 38-year-old man raped this 14-year-old girl? My 21-year-old son's answer to me was, abso-fucking-lutely. It is no question in my mind. Meaning, my 21-year-old son was able to come to a conclusion and stand on something and totally 100% without a doubt said, yes, Daddy, that man raped that girl. He's going to prison. Listen to the sincerity and the in-depthness of what I'm saying to you. When you have 4 grown men who claim to be the most conscious, the baddest scholars, the best logic, teachers, men, and these 4 men cannot come to the opinion and conclusion like a 21-year-old boy who don't even say he's conscious. These 4 men cannot come to the conclusion and actually come out to the public and say, I think he's guilty. Not that he did it. They can't even say, I think this man might be guilty. There's nobody in the world can tell me that these 4 men do not think Brother Polite is guilty as fuck without a doubt in their mind. There is no way nobody can tell me that. There is no way on earth in my sane mind that I think these four men do not believe Polite is guilty. Impossible. No, Inky knows he's guilty. Inky admits he's guilty. He's trying to teach you niggas like I am that he's guilty. Get the fuck off Inky for now. God damn it, I just said that. If you came in here late, rewind this motherfucker or watch it later. Don't come in my shit half-cocked thinking you know what the fuck I've been talking about so far. Shut your mouth in my chat if you haven't heard it. Niggas come up in here reactionary. Oh, I love Polite. I hope he gets back out. Let me do some reactionary shit and say some stupid shit and divert all this shit Chief X is saying to bring it back to Inky and off of Polite and the rape victims. You niggas is crazy to me. I swear to God, you crazy. Don't do that in my chat. I will check you. Listen to my lesson. So, here we are with four men, the only ones I can even think of, who are still holding on and saying out their mouth, let's just wait for the trial and see. There's due process. This and that. Now let me tell you about you due process motherfuckers. You due process talking bitch ass niggas. Let me tell you something. Everybody listening to me right now, 100% of y'all, even children, my son, my daughters who's 23, my other daughter who's 25, I do not have to tell them there's a thing called due process of law. I do not have to tell them that there's a court process and a verdict will be rendered. We should just wait. They know that already. So anyone coming on here to try to teach grown adults that there's a thing called due process of law is a fucking fuckboy. We all know that. You never have to preach to the choir and say that to us. Why are you saying that instead of other things? Well, let's dig into this psychological thing of Saneter, Garfield, Brother Reggie, and Ankh. On my mama, everyone knows I said the day after the rape and everyone was charged. Chief X said on 3 different videos, I said, as a brother, even though we might not be vibing and beefing, because I'm beefing with all 4 of them reasons, and as you see, I'm beefing for good reason, because I've always read these niggas. I got videos exposing Garfield and all this old shit. I've been on their fuck boys. It's you kiss-ass motherfuckers that don't, but check this out. I forgot my damn point. So, these 4 men are still holding on. Why? Let's dig into this. There's only 2 reasons. Only 2 reasons. Let me let you know. Do these 4 guys clout chase? Yes. Do they support Polite before the case came down? Yes. Did all 4 of them say that Polite was the GOAT and that that's my boy? Yes. So, these guys actually looked up to Polite as if he was Muhammad Ali or Michael Jordan when you refer to them as the GOAT. In their psychology, in their sick psychology, and we're going to get into the sickness, they don't have respect for women and children. Okay? In a lot of men's minds, let me let you know, since I have this experience and I've been in treatment, therapy, I've delved into the mind of people. I worked at children's court for 2 years, reading files of child abuse cases. I know the mind of some of these men because I've pondered over it for years and a long time. There's a lot of men out here who feel that if you have sex with a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old girl, that it's not that bad. In their psyche, I'm trying to tell you something right now. Listen to Chief X. Please listen to me. There are a lot of men out here who feel that, you know what, these girls can take it. They had a period. It's not that bad. It's just that, people get caught up in shit. That's how these people think. Listen to what I'm telling you. You will never hear them come out and say this because it's damaging. You will always hear them say, we don't support pedophilia. We don't support that fuckery. They will say that. That's fine. Everybody in the world will say that. 100% of the people will say that. Even Dr. York will say that. To stay out of trouble. To not have people look at him bad. So, what they won't do is give you the flip side. Right? So, they don't respect women and children. Why? Because I had to inform you guys. Right? Nobody had no clue. I said, Garfield is a house husband. He has a wife. What? Nobody knew Garfield had a fucking wife. I said, Garfield's wife is the breadwinner, and he lives with them, and he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have a business, he doesn't have a credit report. Now, real men, guess what we do? We represent the black family. We represent and we promote the black family unit. Garfield has not been representing the family and the black family unit. Why is he so disrespectful to his wife and won't even claim her to the public? So he can run around and do fuck shit like Garfield, but he don't have that gift of gab and that shit and that swag to get women like that. So he waddles in his bullshit. You know what I mean? He's a lame. He's a he's a lame kind of nigga. He's not like me, where I can get out here and pull shit. So I can get out here. See, I don't fuck with hoes and shit like that. When Chief X catch, everyone knows my ex-girlfriend, Dr. Harrington, had a PhD in vision science. I catch real ones. I deal with real ones. Everyone knows my lady friend is an assistant principal and has a master's degree. I catch real ones. I deal with real ones. These niggas cannot ever catch them type of high-moraled women with 800 credit scores, homes and things, and living life good. They can't catch them type of women. Even polite can't catch them type of women, because them type of women will see through polite. I can. Now, why would a grown man who's supposed to be conscious and for the black family, why would he deny his wife, hide his wife, and do things like that? He doesn't respect women. Why does black Americans in the conscious community, allow a immigrant to shoot fire on our reparations movement for us African Americans? And they don't stand up as a man and say, shut your motherfucking mouth, Garfield. My grandkids may benefit for reparations. Reparations is the solution. And you shooting fire on my people and my subgroups' reparations movements. None of you niggas check Garfield on that shit. And he's shooting fire on a benefit for your grandchildren. You guys didn't see through this? You think Garfield likes you black Americans and is a real person? So, after I exposed Garfield, clearly, 2 years ago, I seen people still supporting Garfield. I'm saying to myself, these people actually love scammers, frauds, and bullshitter. And they hate righteous people. They hate truth tellers. They hate people who've never scammed anybody. So everyone is looking up to fraudulent type of people. So I had to say to myself, if you don't think Garfield's a scammer, then you didn't see my video then. You must have just watched 5 or 10 minutes of my video, said to yourself, Chief X is a hater, clicked off, and went back to kikiing with Garfield when he's a known scammer. Let me tell you this. I've thought about this for the last 2 years. There is no way possible a conscious, sane person with common sense can watch my complete video on exposing Garfield, not the second, third one, the first one. It's no way a conscious, sane person can watch that video in its entirety from 1 minute till it goes off and say that Garfield is not a scammer. So I came to the conclusion, people just don't give a fuck. People are careless. And you guys always hear me say these things because I say it about every 5 videos. I said the reason why people kiss ass to Saneter, Garfield, and Ankh is because they have to cater to them, sell out, even though they know they're scammers, because if they don't do that, they don't have a platform to be seen and heard by the community. They don't have clout. Their YouTube page has 100 subscribers and no one may listen to them. So they have to cater to and kiki and kiss ass to the person who has the platform. And that's Garfield, the squad, and Saneter. So people will sell out, go against their values, knowing people are fraudulent, snakes, pieces of shit. Regardless, they'll say, fuck Chief X. We still gonna keep this going on. Now, we know Chief X has been going in on Garfield, Polite, even Inky, but we're gonna leave it alone. The Pills, Dr. Sabi, Phil Valentine, Dr. Layla Africa, Queen Afua, Dr. Ali Muhammad. I got an exposed video on all these people, and none of y'all watched them. I've been warning you niggas for a long time. I've been telling you guys for a long time, I'm the fucking wise man and righteous one. I've been telling you guys, my name is Chief X, the God Best reincarnated. And Chief S, the God Best reincarnated, Best, B-E-S, is a Nile Valley deity who is what? Protector of women and children. Okay? I've always lived by that motto. I've never been fake like you niggas and chose a nickname that I couldn't identify with or that I didn't feel in my heart. If I'm working for the attorneys who worked for these children's services for 2 years, this is something I feel. I told you I had a drug addiction, got off in 92, and I became a youth counselor for 10 years. I worked at the courthouse and all this, and I felt from my past and what I was doing and on drugs and things like that, I wanted to give back and make sure any other child doesn't take the route that I had went and get drug addicted or whatever the fuck it is, gang bang or whatever the fuck, okay? So from the heart, that's my character. I've never fronted. I've always stood on my ground. So guess who is canceled out of all these people? Guess who can't come on any of these people's platform? Guess who hates Chief X? All the fake ones. Ankh made a statement that Chief X, don't even mention Chief X's name while we live streaming. Everyone knows he said this. Garfield will never let me on his platform. We've always had beef. Reggie, we don't get along. We've always had beef. Me and Saneter has always had a love-hate relationship, but I used him to reach you guys because I knew the art of war. In the art of war, since you guys claim that you read these books, you know about these books, you're liars. You never did. It said some tenets of the art of war is deception. Being able to know how to move and navigate amongst the enemy Make the enemy think that you're thinking this, but when you're really thinking that, it's a trick. I'm at war. I'm at an intellectual war with you guys and always have been. So I used Saneter to get at y'all. I told you I did that. I said I went on there to debate who? I went on there to debate Polite, to beat his ass in front of the public, to show he does not know what he's talking about and he is not a science-based guy. I beat him. Guess what everybody said after I whooped his ass? Polite won that shit. He beat Chief X's ass. Chief X crazy. Then Inky had to show y'all last night on the show, all Polite do is psychobabble. Use words to confuse you. And he confused the fuck out y'all. Where y'all thought a man who I debated when we were supposed to have 3 presentations, y'all thought he beat me. And had no clue, and still today don't know, out of those 3 presentations, he never presented. I presented all 3 times and showed and proved he never did. And you guys said he won. That's how much of a cult member you niggas is. That's how much far gone your minds is. You didn't even realize it because you were like this looking at Polite. Razzle dazzle, I'm in love. Go ahead, Polite. I don't care if I don't understand what you're saying. I don't care if you're deflecting from the facts Chief X says. I don't care. You sound good. You sound more intellectually superior than Chief X. That's what people said. This is why I did the debate review. And I was showing you he never presented. How could you think he won? So Saneter, as they tell you he's been rigging debates and controlling the narrative, he was like Chief X didn't know what he was talking about. Polite whooped his ass. And had all y'all thinking Polite beat me in the debate. The other person, because Saneter knows he puts people on who he feels the debate will be a challenge. And he doesn't want it to be boring where somebody just gets their ass beat, right? I had 2 debates on Saneters. I didn't come on Saneters for no punk-ass pussy nigga. Don't bring me no motherfucking minions. Bring me your best and let me debate and talk to him. Who did Chief X debate on Saneter? The best, Polite and Jabari, and beat them both. Talk to me. Talk to me. I tell you the God best is a wise man reincarnated, I say. But when I say reincarnated, I'm hinting. You know, like the story of Jesus. Jesus is coming back to save you. Stuff. The story of Jesus, the truth teller, where the truth teller is always prosecuted and canceled or killed. Right? I came into this space in a sense, that kind of way when I took on the name Best Reincarnated. People was thinking, oh, I said reincarnated for a reason because I'm a real one, so let me explain. Like the story of Jesus, right? They say Jesus is coming back like a thief in the night. Jesus is coming back like a thief in the night. So when a thief at night comes around, guess what he's doing? He's creeping. He's observing. He's checking out shit. Seeing how he's going to get the people, right? He's creeping. But he has to creep and navigate around and amongst and in the midst of the people to bring them home. Feel me now. Feel me. He has to come amongst the people and bring them home. Tell them the truth. Give them correction. Give them better understanding. Show them the light and reveal and remove the skirts from these motherfuckers. We fighting against demons. You understand? We fighting against forces. And I'm fighting. I need you guys' help. I'm fighting. How do we clean this up? Remove the frauds, remove the scammers, remove the fuckboys, and so we can have a community of righteousness. We can have a community of real professionals and credentialed peoples. I think I saw Pocket Watching with JT in the chat. But I don't read chat a lot when I'm talking because I'll lose my thought. I think I seen Pocket watching with JT in the chat. He's one person I said, you guys need to start listening to him. Real professional. He's a real accountant. He's a real financial advisor. He has his credentials. But you guys rather listen to Polite and all these motherfuckers talk this dumb shit. You rather listen to Garfield say 100-man team and shit. Ain't no 100 man. He ain't got even one man. And all this whole fuck shit entertaining y'all. I said we need professionals in the community. So I brought you guys the attorney who's going to be my first guest when I start really YouTubing. She's a professional woman and she broke down Polite's case. We need people like that in the community to stop all this fraud and fuckery. Now back to these 4 bitch-ass niggas. Are you guys trying to tell me? Let me just go this route first. So, when a person says, let's just wait for the courts and the due process, I don't have an opinion, although I claim to be the smartest motherfucker. What they are saying is, I know Polite's guilty, but I don't think those crimes of messing with little girls who had periods is that bad. So I'm not going to go too hard. This is the mindset of men. Listen to me. Also, that nigga King Los that was on the show. I'll do a separate video on King Los. Grown men should have an opinion. You weak if you can't form an opinion and stand on something to me. So, forgot my damn point again. Okay, so what they're saying is, let's wait for due process. Why would somebody say that? Just think with me for a minute. I know he's guilty. This is their mind. I know he's guilty. He's been, how should I frame this? In their mind, I know he's guilty, but we're going to wait for due process, right? I'm not going to say anything that will make Polite mad because he may cancel me, and I love this dude. He's the GOAT, okay? He's my boy, okay? So, in case he does get off and beat the case, I can sit here and say, hey, court happened, it was a process, and they found him not guilty, and that's the thing, and I was waiting. I told you he may not be found guilty. This is what they want to say to you, right? And then, since he's not found guilty, we can get back cool with Polite and make this money and be kiki with this motherfucker I think is the GOAT. They're in their mind, they're hoping he's not guilty because Polite brings me value. Someone may see me and Polite together. Mayweather may see me with Polite. You know what I'm saying? I might get some. Polite has a little power and clout. I want to be next to that guy. Regardless of what he's doing, I'm seen next to the dope man like we was kids. It's like when we were kids in the hood, everyone looked up to the dope man, right? No matter what he did or the dirt he was doing in the community, they looked up to the dope man. He had the fly cars, the everything fly, the women and shit like that. So when we become adults, some of us still have that immature mindset. They carry that on into adulthood. So today, Polite's that dope man that the kids used to look up to. And these niggas know he's doing dirt. They know he's selling crack to pregnant women. They know everything. They don't give a fuck. They're careless. They really don't care. Fuck the black family. I'm gonna never tell you I'm married. Hey, Garfield. Oh, y'all thought I didn't have no clout, huh? You tried to little boy me all these years. So, how in the world? This is boggling to me. Chief X, who don't lie. Chief X, who always say he's righteous and he means well. Chief X, who say he's for the women and children. Chief X, who does the best business in the conscious community more than anybody you can think of right now, I guarantee you. Chief X, who I tell people, I will pay you $100 to find one person on earth that I know money to, and I do 10 times more business than these people. They do less business than me and owe everybody. Chief X, who never told a lie, who's a great businessman, who's honest, who tries to show you guys who's fraudulent and who's not, who tries to do his best to be righteous and a good man. You see my family, you see my kids, you see my grandfather. These guys will rather have a rapist, a known rapist, and a extreme scammer on their channel rather than a righteous man. Ankh, you said don't even mention Chief X's name. Why? What did Chief X do? What do you, all you followers of Garfield and Ankh, why do you hate Chief X and love them? I'm standing for women and children till the day I die. You guys are not doing that. You're not. Now, a friend will tell another friend that he has a booger in his nose. He doesn't want his friend to walk around with a booger in his nose because he's real. He cares. You understand what I'm saying? So check what a caring person does. A caring person does what Chief X said. Even in Chief X's hate for a nigga, or he dislikes a nigga, even in that, he remains righteous and gives all four of these men advice to do to save yourself from embarrassment. The embarrassment is too fucking late, bitch niggas. So what Chief X tell them day one, and I got corroborating videos, I said, Saneter, Ankh, Garfield, you guys need to get up out here and make a public statement and at least apologize. At least, the least you can do is say I misjudged this character. They couldn't even do that. God damn. So I'm looking at these men like, God, what is in your heart and soul, right? Tonight, if I feel like it, I went to my other Facebook page, right? I have two Facebook pages. One I used to go to when the other one restrict me. I go to the other one, right? And I hadn't checked messages on that Facebook page in a long time. Yesterday morning, I looked at it. I said, oh shit, I got all these messages. They were all from 8 women. Few of them have been friendly with Ankh and Garfield for a while. They could not digest and understand why Garfield and Ankh has taken this stance to be silent. They couldn't understand it. And they're good friends of them. 6 other women, I didn't even know who they were. They were thanking me and praising me for being a man and standing up for them, coming to a decision, and all 6 of them said they experienced rape and molestation. They were long messages. They told me their situation, and they could not believe how weak men were and how these men could not come and form an opinion. And 2 of them I will not show because I want to keep the privacy between me, and I respect that. But the other 4, I'm going to show. And when we read what they're saying, it will touch your heart. These women broke down their story and touched me. So I was telling people, brothers, you guys have to get on the right side of history. You guys are soiling your relationship with women in the conscious community and have no clue. Because you're so stubborn and couldn't get it ahead of the curve and make an apology to the public or make an announcement, because you couldn't do that, because you was competing with Chief X and you didn't want to get out there and make a public apology, because then people would think, I had to bow down to what Chief X said. Chief X said, get out here and make an apology and stand on something and denounce Polite. I didn't want to do that because I'm in my immature mind, and then it'll make it seem like Chief X got control on us and making us apologize. You bitch ass niggas. Either way, we getting at you. Either way, the God best is directing this shit. Either way, you're going to be shamed. So, if you like Garfield, Ankh, Dr. Reggie and that, you should tell them they have a booger in their nose. Why aren't you being a good human being and friend to these guys? Why does their enemy have to get out here and make a video and say this to these people? I thought y'all was friends of these guys. You didn't tell them they had a booger in their nose and what they should do? Chief X gave these niggas advice. And let me tell you something else. After this discovery go down in this courthouse and all this more information come out, these men, 4 men who couldn't get their dumb ass out here and make a comment, is going to look extremely bad. The egregiousness of these crimes after discovery, and you guys learned 3 times as much as you know now, you're going to sit back and say, God damn, why was they supporting this fucking demon? Why didn't they, after knowing all that, and Chief X's 21-year-old son can come to a conclusion, why can't these grown men come to a conclusion? The go along, get along gang, the men who are on Saneter TV the most is Garfield, Ankh, and Brother Reggie. That is the go along, get along team. These men have sold out in hopes that they can be back down with Polite one day and or continue to be down with Saneter and be heard or seen. Garfield needs to promote his book. Don't buy that bullshit. Punish him. So he needs Saneter to promote his book, right? Why is he so focused on Hebrew Israelites and Christianity? Why y'all niggas don't do shit but constantly bash my mama religion? Why do y'all only write books, do these things, and bashing my mama and my daddy's religion? You fucking with my mama religion. Look here. You don't ever see Chief X bashing people for their religion. It does no good. It's a waste of time. I've never been able to convince any one person in my family not to be a Christian. That's what they're going to do. Leave it the fuck alone and let them live their life. So you niggas think because you're running around 125th Street, all in the motherfucking street with microphones and shit, fucking interrogating people. What do you think about Jesus? Do you believe in Jesus? Interrogating the whole motherfucking neighborhood on 125th Street behind some religious shit. You guys feel if you can make somebody not be a Christian, then you're changing the world. You stupid motherfuckers. You ain't changing shit. You harming. You guys don't know psychology well, right? So, I remember years ago, you know when you come into consciousness, right? You can read a book or two, and all of a sudden you cocky. You think you know everything. You're going to teach your family the truth. None of them change. Check this out. My grandmama told me something. Years ago, I tried to come at my grandmama with that bullshit. But, not to get into that discussion, but these people feel that they want to be in fellowship with the group. You guys are in fellowship. Your fellowship is the Conscious Community Church, your cult. This is your cult. Don't bring them into your fuckery and your cult, right? So these people feel the need to fellowship, network and do business, have union, and worship their God in the way they feel. That makes them happy. That makes them feel better. It gives them a binding book to hold themselves to morality sometimes. A lot of people get out of religion and think they can just do fucking anything. There's no punishment. It's free and shit like that. And then they're not held bound to a book of laws. So I've learned psychologically, if someone is into their religion and Christianity and they are good, decent people, good working people, leave them the fuck alone. If you guys want to have discussions amongst each other, fine. You want to debate religion? Fine, that's cool. I like debating it. But I am not pressuring people. I'm not walking all around town asking people not to be Christians or this and that and why and arguing around and then tell y'all that I'm putting in work. I've done all this to the community, talking all this shit to people. That means I'm putting in work. None of this shit y'all talking is changing anybody's lives. Now, if you go to JT Pocket Watching with JT and listen to his breakdown when he exposed people about financial crimes, you learn something. You learn how to get your finances in order. You learn. So look here. Although these conscious niggas tell y'all, once you learn this, then we got progress and we're woke now. But for some reason, all the woke, all the conscious brothers are broke. So 30 years of you pontificating, talking shit, and Reggie, you don't even have a job and you still broken down and out, running around here asking people for Cash App, people feeling sorry for you. Saneter, can you put my Cash App? I need a little money too. You weak ass niggas. Weak ass niggas. And all the while, my good Christian daddy, my good Christian grandpa is doing 10 times better than you in life. So how does making someone not be Christian benefit their life or make people progress? It doesn't. My daddy, good Southern Baptist Christian, worked hard 50 years at the post office. My daddy is sitting at home retired, saved up so much money, retirement, and sitting on some little change right now and comfortable. While Dr. Ben, y'all cult leader, died broke. My good Christian granddaddy raised 4 people, my mama's aunties and uncle, doing bricklaying, going to church, doing bricklaying, and worked for aerospace industry. Worked at Northrop and retired at Northrop. Bought apartment complex. Retired, sold the house him and my grandma had, sold the apartment complex, moved to Vegas, bought a house cash, and lived the rest of their life comfortable, financially free, in a great life in Vegas, gambling, doing what the fuck they want to do. And Dr. Ben died broke. Let's think, people. So, is what you've been told and all this pontificating in the cult conscious community, it hasn't improved your life. That's not what improved your life. That's called a hobby and an interest. If I want to make crafts at home and fucking make and learn how to sew, that's my hobby and my craft and my interest. It has nothing to do with improving my life. These niggas ain't put in no work. You can't tell me going talking to kids every day like I did as a youth counselor for 10 years, every day, 5 days a week, compared to a nigga with a bullhorn talking about drop Christianity, is doing more work than I have done in my life. So Chief X, the wise man, laughs at y'all. I laugh at this entertainment cult circle y'all are in. I laugh at you ignorant niggas who diss me in favor of Ankh and Garfield when I'm the righteous one. I laugh at you stupid motherfuckers. What's wrong with these 4 men? They're on trial today. Chief X is holding court. We have in court, these 4 men is on trial and we need answers. Why isn't Garfield on YouTube right now? Why is he quiet, sitting in the back? Why isn't Ankh on YouTube every day like he is? Why is he quiet right now, sitting in the back? And the only time you hear Ankh is to come on Saneter and protect Saneter and Polite for a minute, then he goes back to sit in the back again right now. These men has never done that. These men are daily YouTubers. Now, Garfield posted some YouTube videos. He posts some videos, don't say nothing, let it play and click it off. He don't want to talk to y'all right now. These four men are so guilt-ridden and so filled with what we call foolish pride. A lot of y'all don't know they're fighting against me, against my direction and what I told them to do. Listen to what I'm telling you. Right now, if Saneter, Ankh, Brother Reggie, and Garfield had just manned up, and day one at least came out and said, I think he guilty, that's a fucked up situation. And when I told them to get ahead of the curb, if they had done that, these four men wouldn't be on the hot seat. Trying to be tough. Wanna be bitch niggas. Dissing the women and children. They didn't jump to your women and children's side. All you mean, careless women that are moderators. Let's talk about you moderators. You moderators that moderate for Garfield, Ankh, and Saneter, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're in the chat. Send Saneter some money. Buy Garfield's book. You're helping these men make money like a fucking minion and a slave in the chat for fuck niggas. You guys are just as guilty. CK the poet. Jolanda. Y'all are guilty. You're not telling your friend he has a booger in his nose. You're siding with them and dissing the real one, me. You crazy bitches have always dissed me. You fake ass motherfuckers. You diss me for wicked, no good, careless men. I don't give a fuck though, you know what I'm saying? Chief X is a loner, right? In a year and a half, when you look at my YouTube page, we're going to see who has the voice and who's running things. I vowed to set it off and have 100,000 followers in a year and a half. Watch Chief X work. I'm the motherfucking salesman. I know how to get it down. Watch me work. Watch me remove you niggas out the way. Didn't I tell you I was remodeling the conscious community? You think I'm playing? Guess why nobody's talking about Egypt in 2 months? Chief X killed Black Egypt. You niggas is being remodeled, removing you niggas out the way. We're gonna get a new group of real ones in here. And y'all should back this shit. Get these fuck niggas out the way. Punish these niggas. You say, don't buy no Garfield books until he come out and denounce Polite. Don't buy shit from Ankh. Don't give no cash apps to Brother Reggie. And even as you're their friends listening to me, you have to chastise your friend and let them know they've been wrong. You guys have not been behaving like men who are protectors of the community and women and children. If you're friends with these four men and haven't checked them, you're complicit. You're a careless person. I had y'all back. Always have. And you dissed me for fuckery. No, don't put Chief X on your platform. He too real. Don't share Chief X video. He too real. I guarantee you not one person from Amin Ra Squad, Team Osiris, Saneter, none of these motherfuckers ever shared my videos, and I got fire. Keep that truth away. Chief X is 100 on this shit. We only 80. Chief X 100. Keep him back. Don't let him on the panels. That nigga coming too fucking real, and he's fucking up the money. Chief X is fucking up the money, bro. We can't sell no Egyptian jewelry, no Egyptian clothing. We can't do none of that shit. Chief X on our ass. Chief X trying to bring us back to West Central Africa where we actually came from. Chief X is telling you, you're not no motherfucking North African. You a sub-Saharan African. Come home. The God best reincarnated to bring you niggas home like Jesus came in the thief of a night, creeping amongst you. Let me see what y'all talking about. Thank you, Peter Truth. You said you did a good job on Morris World last night. You know what? 3 people called me just to tell me that today. Donnell Hines, I want to be Saneter. Hell no. See, this is Chief X. My platform, when I get to YouTube, it will be nothing like these niggas. I don't follow they lead. Why would I follow a nigga who can't get over, like in some channels, they can't get over 2, 3,000. Why would I follow they lead? My shit gonna be a variety show. And it ain't gonna be a bunch of you so-called fake woke people. I'm gonna get real woke people, like credentialed professionals. They're woke and aware what the fuck is going on in the real truth. Scientists, those are the real conscious woke people. Professionals, credentialed people, people with an educated and with a fucking brain. They removed all the professionals out the way so they can have you to yourself. Who did that to you? Afrocentrics? If you don't know what an Afrocentric is, you have to understand. I wasn't an Afrocentric. It's a different thing. Afrocentrics removed the professionals out your way because they wanted you to yourself so they can miseducate you and tap into your emotions. So all your master teachers have no degrees. They got the professionals out the way. They say, fuck Skip Gates. He's a sellout. Don't listen to Skip Gates. Remove these professionals. Fuck them doctors, them nurses, fuck the scientists, fuck everybody. Don't listen to them. Come to us and get some herbs and shit. This herb is going to cure your cancer, not the doctors. When you having a migraine headache, take this herb. It relieves headache. Don't go get an x-ray and get your blood drawn. We got to remove the professionals. We got to put fear in you for you not to trust the establishment. NASA, Google, they're all lying to you. They're crazy. Listen to us. We got you. We need your money. Fuck that. The doctor don't need your money. I want your money. Fuck NASA. Although NASA saved your ungrateful life, NASA developed that satellite system in the air that tracks the hurricane, and then they say, evacuate, a hurricane is coming. NASA saved your life, and you got the audacity to talk shit to NASA. They helped you direct you with Google Maps so you can get where you're going any time you want. Say thank you, NASA. Say thank you, Google Maps. Say thank you. But no. Y'all hate professionals. Y'all hate righteous people. You hate real ones. You hate truth tellers. Give me the frauds, the unprofessional people, the jive turkeys, the hustlers, the scammers. We look up to y'all. We like the dope man. We like all this bullshit. Give us that. Can't understand it sometimes. You understand? This shit is crazy. You guys are definitely in a cult. You guys are definitely Jim Jones candidates. Let's be real. You niggas is Jim Jones candidates. That's what you are. That's exactly what the fuck you is. A Jim Jones candidate. Y'all know I had to show the Audi. Wait a minute. You know how the nigga front and want to show the Audi and shit. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of upset. This is a trial for those 4 men. What are you guys going to do? Are you going to tell them they got a booger in their nose? Are you going to tell them they haven't been stand-up men? They haven't gave you the impression that they stand up for women and children. What, you know what? Like, what is the character of these guys? I mean, like, what's really going on here? Hey, well, look here. The choir hit that drum and the organ, made me get back out the car and start preaching. But let me see what y'all talking about, because it was hot in my car. Okay. I mean, Malik Omar, I know you love me, bro, but sometimes I'm really was sincerely trying to talk and give y'all an understanding. Sometimes just listen and let it sink in. And sometimes you don't have to be in debate mode all the time. You know, I'm talking something serious. You guys don't have to be debating about history in the chat. Breathe, y'all, and relax. I'm talking about some real shit right now. Focus. Fuck the debate shit with each other in the chat right now. Okay? I love you, Malik Omar. Cool, we cool. I'm just reading to see if I have any questions. Matter of fact, type some questions if you like. And matter of fact, can somebody put my Cash App in the chat? Money sign Chief X and the number 5. I mean, so this is what I advise people, right? Like when I was in recovery in 92, they advised everyone to get them what they call a sponsor, they call it. Like in the normal layman's world, they would call it a mentor, right? I have a mentor. Not related to that, but I have a man that I go to and exchange ideas with because I know he's wise, he means well, and we can bump issues off each other. Then I can learn something. Everyone needs to get them an OG in their life. A wise person, or what you call wise counsel. You dig? Because y'all minds is fucked up. Like, sometimes Kevin Samuels tells these women they call in, have you gotten therapy? You know, it's a great thing when a man tells people, you guys need therapy. Because his intent in his heart is to make sure the black family unit is strong. But people don't understand, everybody has a different method to their madness, but their intent. I always say, judge a man by his intentions. What is he really trying to get across and prove to people? No matter his tactic, his intent and what he's trying to do is what's more important. So sometimes when I read, people can hate on Kevin Samuels all they want. And I know y'all don't do this, so shut up and let me tell you. I actually read the comments under Kevin Samuels' videos. It's like, you know, you can read, it's like a fucking learning experience. And I've never seen so many black women say, you know what, I think I do need to get back with my baby daddy. I've never seen this shit anywhere on the internet. Thank you. You helped our family out. You helped me respect my man and talk to him differently. And I got back with my baby daddy. Well, you know what, I was under this impression where I start choosing and thinking differently now. Maybe my man doesn't have to be 6'2", and I can be happy with a man who's just 5'11" and live a nice life, and he's a responsible man. So when I'm reading these comments, I'm saying to myself, Kevin Samuels, whether you like him or not, agree or disagree, he is actually, in reality, affecting families and bringing people together. If you just really want, Kevin Samuels is putting more work in than any of you guys ever did. Because it's always about the black family and the black family unit and progress of black folk. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter what your religion is. It matters what your character, your intent, and what you're doing in life, and the happiness of your children, and everybody being happy, free, and good, decent human beings in life. That's what it's about. Ancient Egypt ain't gonna help me get a job. Ancient Egypt ain't gonna put no money in my pocket. Ancient Egypt ain't gonna make sure my child is cared for. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a history person. I like to talk religion. I'm not saying don't talk about that, but you niggas take it way too far. You act like this is the holy grail to progress, and you're dead wrong. It's not. I'm sitting here, I'm telling people I got services. Me and my business partner, we can professionalize your business for the low. We can get you nobody cares. I mean, like, what am I to do? So I say, I do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Any questions in here? Okay, Rodney says, I don't know if you're talking to me or not. What think about Dr. Van Sermatima and Shankanta Diab? All I can say is, go down my page, review my videos, and learn. That's all I do is speak on them people. You know what I mean? So, you got to watch my videos. Let me say this. If you did not watch my entire video, part 1, the initial one, Garfield exposed, that's why you don't know he's a scammer. They didn't lead you to my page. I don't like these men for certain reasons. But even in my dislike, I will give them good advice. They didn't take it. Now they got to pay. Chief X been telling you niggas you're going to pay. You make these niggas pay. You take your subscription away. And if you just want to be nosy and type their name in and look at the page. You make people pay by taking your subscription away and not supporting them. You women with the wrench. You moderating women. Stop supporting these niggas who didn't support you in this time where a child got raped and molested. They are not supporting you, women moderators. Why are you supporting them and trying to help them enrich? Gathering money for them. Send them checks. Buy their book. Use their website. You women need to be held accountable, you moderators. And you guys all need to get on these females who's moderating, kissing their ass. Oh, you said I got to scroll up, Monique. Well, see, that's why I tell you got to put a question mark at the end of it. Then I'm looking, that's how you complete a sentence, a question mark. Now, Monique Jason, son, he said, are they really doctors? I'm not sure who you're talking about, or if you're talking to people in the chat. But are they really doctors? You got to say, are such and such and such and such really doctors? They're not going to answer you. Polite is not a Freemason. Y'all got to stop that shit. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro. Freemasons are professional, respectable men who have jobs. They used to be in college fraternities, and most of them are professional, intelligent men. No professional, intelligent men would ever fuck with Polite or allow him to join any of their organizations. You guys don't understand life yet. Polite is not a Freemason, has never been a free fucking Mason. And even if he was, it's nothing negative about being a Freemason. You guys get up off these spook videos, these Illuminati spook videos and shit. It's just brothers and sisters networking. And they're all thriving. You guys, they made it spooky for you, so you think if somebody's a Mason, oh my God, he's a Mason. Ooh. It's that fuckery y'all fell for. All them YouTube Illuminati videos clouded your mind. And trust me, no organization like that would fuck with Polite in one bit. You guys clearly don't know these kind of men who are professionals and masons. He put on a fake costume like he's been showing you guys fake money all these years. That money he's been showing is fake. They showed this yesterday on Morse World TV. You can buy a stack of money that looks so fucking real. Google it. Polite's been fronting and y'all been falling for his bullshit for years. I've been telling you for years, I'm a realtor. I've been telling you guys for years, Polite has never, ever owned a home. Everyone knows I said this. It's new to y'all. Morse World didn't break this. I've been saying this. I told you I was a realtor and put his name in. He's never owned property. I told you he rents cars. I said he gets discount luxury car rentals. And he gets it a little cheaper than a normal person because he's built a relationship with them and he goes in there running off at the mouth with the gift of gab. I told you, sometimes an athlete, a rich person, gets these things because they want you to market and promote their car so people can buy it. You go to these luxury car dealers and they'll let an athlete, you have to take pictures with the car, do a video with the car, and do this, and do, you know what I mean? And then they'll let you have the car at a discount rental. That's what Polite done. I've been said this. But nobody listens to Chief X. Keep Chief X back. I've been told you he was never married. I've been told you his wife's a bisexual. I've been said all this for years. Me in the trunk, giving people money, stacks of money, all y'all thought it was real. My mind said, something wrong. It's a trick. First of all, nobody would be doing that in public. Taking money out of the truck and nobody would do that in public. Nobody would do that. My mind said something ain't right. This is some kind of trick that this nigga's good at. Say Rose, sorry, no respect for Kevin Samuels. Hey Rose, you know I did a survey, right? I did a survey by how married women feel, and huge vast majority of married women agreed with Kevin Samuels and the things he teaches. Okay? It was all the single women with kids disagreed. So you got to understand and take a look at that. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know? Now, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can be upset at a thing or two he said, but you really got to look into a person's intent. Intent is everything. And then judge it off their intent. You know what I mean? Then you'll be like, oh, okay. I seen that black truck I was talking about. I said, let me prep. What's up, man? Yeah, so you know. Before I get out of here, let me just see. I just had to give that spiel. And I need people to hold these 4 men accountable. I need their friends to get at them. But you know what? I really don't care if they make a statement or stand on anything. I've made up in my mind, I'm done with all 4 of them. I don't give a fuck. I will never support them again. Because I know where their mindset is. Money, clout chasing, and trying to get back next to Polite. Because they feel Polite add values to them. They also feel the crime is not that bad to have sex with a minor. It's a lot of men. Let me say, sisters. If you don't know, let me tell you. Some men feel like it's okay and it's not that bad of a crime. That's why they say these things. You won't know, but this is just the psychology of a lot of men out here. A lot of men are sick. A lot of men will protect pedophiles and molesters indirectly, but it's cloaked. Men should actually get angry about this. When they don't, it's something in the psyche. Yeah, Donnell Hines said polite don't have the gift of gab. Two people who are truly studied. But let me correct what you're saying. Okay, um, polite does have the gift of gab in an extreme way. He's the epitome of what gift of gab is. So I just want to clear it up. But it's the people who are not intelligent enough and have good listening comprehension to understand what he's saying is psychobabble. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So he has the gift of gab. It's just dumb people who fall for it. Another thing. Zion Lex, I'm pretty much mad at him. But Zion Lex was on Tasha K, right? 2 days before Zion Lex was on Tasha K, I told everybody, I said, Minister Inky needs to be on Tasha K's show. Please get Inky on Tasha K's show. It's a method to my madness. Chill out. He needs to be on there, and the information that he's told on Morris World TV also needs to be on Tasha K, and everyone needs to be informed and aware of what's going on. And nobody can do it better than Inky. And guess who popped up on there 2 days later? Zion Lex, talking about the conscious community. How did that happen? Inky said Zion Lex should have deferred. In my world, Zion Lex is a newbie still to me. He's a Hebrew Israelite. Okay? It's a difference with him. He couldn't lead he can't lead Tasha K to the deeper information like Inky had. He should have deferred. You're right, Inky. And he done some snake shit that I'm gonna talk about. I take my apology back from Zion Lex. If you listen, I take my apology back. And we'll deal with that later, not on this stream. I'm out, y'all.